Hey everybody, Bowling Full here. Welcome to stream number 11. Starting a couple minutes early here. Let's back this bad boy up. I'll show you what we got on the table here. All right, how's everybody doing tonight? Steve, what's up? Just got the new Evil Eye drill tonight. Damn, you don't mess around. Can't wait to throw it in league tomorrow. Hell yeah. Yeah, I seen all your comments on, hold on, let me get the light on here. There we go. Yeah, I saw your comments on YouTube and Facebook talking about the Evil Eye. I knew you were going to get that one. Where are we at? Got to clean my glasses. Nick, what's up, brother? Welcome to the stream, my friend. How you been? What are your new balls that you got? Steve, a katana. I hope they bring that back. Yeah, these are my old balls. So I went through my collection. What was it? A couple days ago, and actually no, yesterday. And I went through my collection. I was like, oh, I've got to get rid of some balls. So I got rid of. I got a few balls that I painstakingly have to get rid of just to clear space for all the new balls that I got coming. And because I don't want to keep getting bags, and I'm just kind of running out of storage space underneath the bed, and I'm limited to storing it underneath the bed in the guest room, and it's pretty much tapped out as far as space goes. So the Hypnotize is up for sale. I don't know if I'm gonna really plug it. If anybody wants to buy it, I'm just gonna sell it as is without plugging, just because I think it might be a little difficult to match the color. Same thing with the Radical Katana. I took the grips out. I'm going to take the grips out of this. But the Katana Strike, it's just a little too strong of a ball for me. And this is drilled pinned down. And every time I went rolling this, I rolled this the past 3 times. And I changed the surface on it numerous times. And it just does not work for me. I leave a bunch of splits. So it doesn't work for my style. When I first got this ball, it was a magic ball. And I loved it. And all of a sudden, it's like, eh. So maybe it'll work for somebody else, but I've got to clear my space. I've had the Evoke Hysteria, and Too Tall had claimed that one because I know he wanted that. So I asked him if he wanted it. So he's got that one claimed. But those were the 3. So the Evoke Hysteria does not jive with my game. I kept trying to give that. I kept trying to make it work, and it just wasn't for me. This one and that one. So if anybody's interested, let me know. Just working as usual, right on. Nick sold another 6 balls this weekend and plugging another 4. Damn, man. I wish I could sell as many balls as you guys do. Holy moly. I have a hard time. Like I said, I put these on Facebook Marketplace. I'm selling these for I think I'm selling this for like $50. And this one like $40. And it's like I had one guy message me about the Hypnotize today. And then they just don't follow up. I'm like, damn, dude, how low do I have to go to get rid of these things? Traded the blue coral venom for an exotic gem. Ooh. So the exotic gem, how many gems were there? Because the broski got a gem. I don't know if it was an exotic gem. Was it, I know they made the gem and then the magic gem. Where does the exotic gem fit in? Is that like the 3rd one? I'm not too familiar with that one. Steve, isn't it funny? For a few days, they were talking about the Motive Raptor rain, and now everyone is so impressed with the eye. It got real quiet on the rain. Just tells you the eye is sick. Yeah. What's up? Not Mr. Tibbs. Hey, welcome. Steve also just got the alert. Damn, dude, you're just going to town. Right on, man. I wanted to talk about those balls too. So the alert, if somebody made a comment on Brunswick's review on the alert and said, "This is what you get. This is the Venom Shock when you order from Temu." I started laughing. I thought that was funny. So they went purple like the Venom Shock, and I guess the core looks identical to the Venom Shock, and I think the numbers are almost identical to the Venom Shock. Correct me if I'm wrong, Steve, but everybody in the comments are saying, "Oh, it's just a bite off on the Venom Shock." Well, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, is what they say, right? So I'm kind of curious to see how that alert will work. I've got a qualm with how much they want for that Evil Eye, though, man. It's like, well, they want like 195, and it's like, damn, man, like, don't you make your balls down in Mexico? Or didn't you move your whole plant down to Mexico to save costs? And you guys are the same exact cost as most of the balls that are made in the USA, like Storm. I mean, ooh, $5 difference. Ooh, and Motive is what, like a $10 to $15 difference. So I get what they're saying there, but damn, man, like, what's up with Brunswick balls? Like, Radical balls just spiking up to 195 all of a sudden. I know it was like they started that a few months ago or earlier this year. I'm just like, damn, dude. So if they're getting it, then hey, more power to them. But I thought the whole reason for them going out of Mexico was to save on costs. But we as consumers are not really seeing that with Brunswick. So who knows? Nick, how much for the Hypnotize? I think I'm selling this for $50, $60 shipped. I believe that's what I have it advertised for. I gotta check my Facebook, but I'm only adding like $10 shipping because a pirate ship is like, it's like 10 or 12 bucks to ship these balls. So I think $60 for that if you want that. This ball, I mean, guaranteed does not have, I probably have 20, 25 games with this thing, and I did really well with it, but it's not consistent for me. And the only balls I'm really keeping right now are balls that are really consistent for me. So it's got to go. And I know they lowered the price big time. The brand new one's like $130. So I was like, so I think half price is not a bad deal. Let me know. Show the layout. So the layout on this is, I did pin and ring finger on this one. I did almost the exact same layout as my track theorem hybrid. Let's see if I had it on here. Hypnotize. So my layout on here is 40 by 3 3/4 by 65. And that's why it kind of cuts in that label a little bit. And then, like I said, the pin is in the ring finger on here. So there's the CG, there's the intermediate mass bias right there. So it goes down like that. So I probably could have done a different layout. When I drill this up, I really like the theorem the theorem hybrid layout that my PSO gave me. That ball is fire. I'm like, I'm just going to drill it up the same as this. Hopefully it'll be the same way. Well, it wasn't. It's still a pretty strong ball with this layout, believe it or not. But yeah, it could have been the layout that ruined it for me. Who knows? But like I said, I did one game where I was like 9 strikes in a row. Just kept hitting like a truck. I just kept hitting it right. So let me know. Gem. Okay. Nick says Gem, Exotic, and Magic. Oh, okay. 3 of them. What was the exotic? Which ones were like the solid, hybrid, and pearl? I can't remember. Not Mr. Tibbs. Regular gem for me. Oh, okay. The original OG solid. Nice. GT Ben. Hey, what's up? What's up? I'm going to do something fun. So you guys know there's a World Series coming up this Friday. Pick your favorite team. Who's going to win? You going for the Dodgers? You going for the Blue Jays? Let me know. Put it down in the comments, and I'm going to do something fun. I'll tell you in a bit once you guys put your list down there. Steve Suter core is a little different. Oh, okay. It looked like it was the same kind of shape as the Venom. I love my Venom, man. If you guys don't have a Venom, holy moly, that ball is really good. And don't be tricked by the numbers, because the numbers show it really low, but when you roll that ball down the lane, it's like, damn, ball is super strong. Lumpy 44, good evening. What's up, Lumpy? How you doing, my friend? Nick, Save costs, more like increase profits. Exactly, exactly. You know, if you read on some of the comments are like, you're asking too much money. Like, I think it was the Evil Eye. Somebody commented like, too much money. It was like 23 or 24 people hit the like. It's like, ouch. You know, like, hello, people are sending you a message. Your balls are too much money, dude. Like, they want $195 and you're not even putting like dot technology on the balls, on your radical balls. It's like, damn, dude, like, I get this Hypnotize had dot technology where you can actually drill into the pin and it won't void the warranty. And you can't do that on a $195 radical ball, but you know, big deal. I don't think many people really care about that, but yeah, and then I think Brian Buckosh made a comment on that. Some guy saying too much money too. That he says, "Well, we're cheaper than all the other brands." It's like, yeah, dude, by what, $4 or $5? Come on, dude. I could see the B7 brands being 180 tops. Like, dude, 180, man. Like, come on. Getting greedy. Anyway, not to go off on a tangent on that. Steve Suter, nerds designing those balls, got to pay them. That's what I was thinking. I'm thinking they got to be paying their. Well, it's like, dude, if you're charging that much, move your factory back up to the United States, man. Like, if I'm paying close to $200 a ball, personally, I'm buying a brand that's made in the United States. I'm supporting American workers. I mean, sorry, but that's just the way I feel. I'm going to buy a Storm or I'm going to buy a Motive, but I'm going to wait because I think the Evil Eye will probably sell good regardless of the price they're asking, just because they hyped it up like every other ball they do. And I give it like 6 months, maybe less than that, and it'll be down lower. I'm going to look at Reddit too and see if Bowling World gives that out as a surprise ball. And if they do, if I get that ball as a surprise ball, then rock and roll. I don't think they'll give that ball as a surprise ball, though. I think it's going to be too popular at first, but I'm going to wait. I usually wait till balls get discontinued. I don't need a ball right away, especially at $200 price. It's a little bit too costly for me. Yeah, Nick, your numbers don't matter unless someone else's PAP is the same. Got it. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I was going to plug this up. I was going to take this out and plug it up, but if anybody wants to buy it as is, do that as well too. Nick, exotic is the pearl. Right on. Okay, Steve's got the Blue Jays. Not Mr. Tibb. Let's go Jays. But also hope Ohtani has the greatest series of all time. And you guys are going for the underdog. Steve, PSO asked me what layout you want on the eye. I said, let's have fun with it. Oh, damn. So you have no clue what the layout is? Nick, they won't to Mexico to save money and Trump is taxing them. Well, I thought the tariffs were all done from Mexico, if I'm not mistaken. And wasn't that just like a temporary thing? And then Mexico folded, and they're like, oh yeah, whatever, we won't do tariffs on you guys. And I think everything was good to go now, right? But I think China, like come November 1st, I think China's putting tariffs. I haven't read. I think I was talking about last stream. China's putting tariffs on everything come November 1st. It's like every country, not just us. So we'll see how that plays out. Hopefully it'll settle. Everybody will settle down and calm down, and the trade will be good to go. Okay. Hate to say it, probably going with Dodgers. Okay. GT bin. Okay. And then the Blue Jays. And Sir. Okay. Lumpy 44, thanks for the jig. Got it all. Right on, Lumpy. Set it up and drilled my mystery ball. Special effect and the intense mindset. Sweet. So it worked good for you and everything worked good and no problems and stuff. And you figured out how to use the XY table and all that. GT bin Mexico tariffs. Yeah, they were supposedly Mexico had some tariffs months ago, and then I don't think they have them anymore. I don't know. Maybe that's why they're $195 because there is a tariff. Who knows? Anybody can clarify. if we still have tariffs on Mexico. I thought that was all squashed. Steve, I kind of jumped ZVL about his comments on Radical. He bashes them but never throws them. He says he buys his balls, but then says Bowler's ex gives him some now. Don't be a hypocrite then. You know about their feud, right? Like they had I think, what was it? The Radical podcast. They were calling out ZVL or something like that for doing a urethane check or something like that. They were kind of making fun of him. I don't know the whole story, but I think that's why he's not a big fan of Radical in the podcast. So I could see him, talking smack. Okay. Nick, I could be wrong. Okay. Rod, hey, what's up, Rod? Ryan, are you going to get that precision point ZVL showed us in his video this week? No. You know why? Because the broski was interested in that too, because he drove balls as well. And I couldn't find a website for him. There was no link, and it was just like they just had a Facebook page, and it was just I couldn't find any information or any prices on it. And then the broski, I guess, emailed him or something about the price, and they wanted like $300, over $300 for a set. Correct me if I'm wrong on the price, broski. Over $300 on it for a set. So no, I'm gonna make my own. It should be really simple. I should just get a rod. I'm gonna get a rod like this and just make different size diameters on the bottom here and just screw them in. I'm gonna probably go to my machinist and have a bunch made for dirt cheap. So once I have that done, if anybody wants it, any of you DIYers out there want those, like I said, I'm going to go to my machinist probably this week or next week and just go, hey, how much would it cost to make different sizes? I think I'll make them 31 30-seconds and maybe 1.5 for Jopo. I think that's all I really need to make. But if I make them by the buttload, I'll probably save a bunch of money. By the way, if you just joined, if you're going to watch the World Series on Friday, pick the team you think's going to win. I'm going to do something fun on this stream today. Steve, 74 by 4 by 30 is the layout. 74? Why 74? That's an odd number. Oh, gotcha, 75. Okay. I was like 74. You got to have that 74, not the 75 or 73. Dead Polymers, Mexico tariffs are currently at 25. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Gotcha. Oh, that makes sense why Brunswick are $195 now. Oh, okay. So they aren't saving any money. They're getting taxed. I know Brunswick, their factory down in Mexico is like the whole Brunswick company, not just the bowling ball division. So it's like, I think they make boats and all sorts of other things. So, yeah, that's just one of the parts of the company that went down there as well too, is the bowling balls. But ball's got to be really, really good for me to pay $195 for it, and I very, very literally will buy a motive ball at that price, just a little bit. Like I said, after buying mystery balls, surprise balls, I have a hard time spending a lot of money. Lumpy, yep, all good. 2 balls and 11 thumbs changed out. Holy moly. Working good, and I'll vote for anyone but the Dodgers. Okay, what do I do with my pen? Here we go. Dang, nobody likes the Dodgers, huh? You guys are all hating on the Dodgers. Oh, man. So far, our only Dodger fan is GT Ben. Come on now. I grew up down there. I'm a Dodger fan. Steve, and I'm not brand loyal. Not Mr. Tips. 300 is right. Yeah. So, yeah, they want a little bit too much money for that tool. Like I said, I could probably make one of those $20 tops. I mean, yeah, 300 is outrageous. And they don't think they have a patent on it. So I could just make as bunch as I want. If you guys want to buy them from me, I'll put them on. I'll tell you when I get them made. It's kind of like the Jopo centralizer in a way, how it kind of lines up everything. But I think it's a little bit better. So we'll see. Thanks for the idea. Nick, they got to make sure the cartel gets their cut. Yeah. GT Ben, I hear you. I want the Storm Pro solid, but can't get the price point for their specs. Yeah. Nick, I got the Dodgers. Okay, Nick's Dodgers, right on. Dead Polymers, hey, welcome to the stream, my friend. As a Rangers fan, I can't support the Blue Jays, so I'm pulling for the Dodgers by default. All right, so we got Dead Polymer. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Let's see. GT Ben, I'm only rooting for Dodgers because of Freddie Freeman, because he came from my hometown Braves. All right on. Cool. Hell yeah. Okay, so speaking about all the new balls, any besides Steve, because Steve's probably gonna get all the new ones, I know. But what do you guys get? I mean, we got the Raptor Rain, you got the Equinox Solid, we've got the Alert. The Radical's got the Evil Eye and Intel. Anybody getting the Intel? You know, I was watching the hype stream and he says he really wants the Intel Solid. So he made the Intel Pearl look pretty damn good. I think it's a Pearl. Correct me if it's a hybrid. And then the Energize. I'm not a big fan of the Eyes series. I was tempted on the Vaporize. Anybody got the Vaporize? Let me know how you like that. I was tempted to get that. So the Mesmerize or the Energize is this cover stock with a Vaporize. Oh, is it? No. Mesmerize cover stock with a Vaporize core. I believe that's what it is. Oh, and the Columbia 300 Ricochet Return. Anybody interested in that one? I haven't heard too many people. Remember, like, for me, Columbia 300s are sleeper balls. I mean, they suit my game pretty well. Although the only Columbia 300 that I don't really pair well with is the Ricochet. And it could have been my layout. It's just a really strong ball, the Ricochet Pearl. Ooh, and the Criterion Inverse. That's a very interesting one. It looks a little bit weaker than the other Criterions. Steve, bring in a salary cap. It's killing baseball. Each team must spend $250 million and no more than $275 million, or tax 50% for every dollar over. Yeah, they are paying their players ridiculous amount of money, like just crazy money. I tell you, you know, any kid growing up now, man, that's the dream to be a damn baseball player. Holy moly, you'd be set. Lumpy, I ordered a Raptor today. Sweet. Yeah, that ball looks good. I mean, every review channel that I've seen roll the Raptor Rain makes that thing look like fire. Holy moly. But once again, they want like $215 for it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Dead Polymers, Alert and Intel, the only two I'm excited for. Right on, right on. And they're the only ones that are reasonably priced too, in my opinion. You know, like I said, I think the Alert is very similar to the Venom Shock. I think it's their version of a Venom Shock. And the Intel, I never had an Intel. Let me know if any of you guys had the original Intels that sold. And I think Phil was a big fan of the Intel, so he had them. Brunswick was saying he ran out of Intel, so he made more. Steve, nope, I'm done with waffles and buying balls. Nick, I drilled my Storm Typhoon Saturday, shot 234 game, 3 with open in the 10th. Damn. That on Fresh Oil? Was that in league or was that just like free play? Nick, Sunday league. Gotcha. You read my mind. Sunday league. Damn. Okay, you brought it out game 3. Nice, nice. Not a bad score. Steve, better watch out for swag in the next few months. They're getting serious. Nah. X in the Pit, man. X in the Pit was just bombarding us with swag reviews. I'm like, God dang. So when they did the Maximum Effect, I'm like, oh, finally, a non-swag ball review. Yeah. Like I said, my PSO broke bits with drilling a swag ball. I'm not, and I'm sure they're probably fine now, but I'm not taking the chance on my bits drilling into that. a swag. But although, they made a lot of those swags look pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. It's like, what was that blue one? I forgot the blue one, but I think it was Bryant Kraft or somebody was rolling with that. Made it look really good. I'm like, damn, that ball does look pretty good, and the price point is pretty good. But damn, man, why did my PSO have to tell me that it breaks chips or it breaks bits and it sparks? Like, come on. All right, let's see. EJ, are you going to get a swag, Steve? Let me know. And I know they're getting really serious. They're making a bunch of balls. Yeah, Steve, EJ can make a 15-year-old alley ball look good. Yeah. Rod says, I want the Alert and the Scorpion. The Scorpion, which one? The Scorpion, regular Scorpion or the Scorpion low flare? Steve Suter, X in the Pit, said the same. Oh, yeah. You said the same, yeah. GT Ben, I would wait a year before drilling a swag ball. Why would you wait a year before drilling a swag ball? Dead Polymers, I got a swag black dragon in a mystery box, but haven't drilled it yet. Yeah, let me know if any of you guys have drilled a swag or you had your PSO drill a swag. Let me know how it drills. Like I said, I'm just kind of like a little hesitant just because of what my PSO said about those balls when he drills them. Like he said, one, he said they started sparking on him, and two, he didn't turn any customers down, and he's like, yeah, I broke a Jopo bit the other day. This was a few months back, and I'm like, how'd you break a Jopo bit? He's like, some customer brought in a swag ball. He doesn't carry swag, but he's like, a customer brought in a swag ball, wanted it drilled, and as he was drilling it, broke his Jopo bit. I'm like, damn. So I hear that kind of stuff, and I really don't want to mess with it. So I'm not looking to damage a $260 drill bit. Nah, not worth it. These balls are nice and soft and perfect to drill into. The Brunswick balls, it's like cutting into butter. Love those things. Really easy on my drill press and drill bits. All right, once again, we got about 4 minutes. If you guys just joined, World Series on Friday, pick your team, Dodgers or Blue Jays. Put it down in the comments. I got 5 minutes, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do with whoever picked the teams there. Steve, no, my season may be over soon. Uh-oh, non-throwing shoulder, knees replaced. Oh, no. 3 times surgery on your left shoulder? Holy moly. Damn, dude, that's not good. Is this from bowling or is this something else? Rod, I meant to say the Scorpion low. Okay, I meant to say the Scorpion low flare is my best ball, and the Alert looks similar. Good. The Scorpion low flare, my PSO told me to drill it pinned down, and I didn't listen. And that ball is strong. Like, holy crap. Really strong. So I need to. Thanks for reminding me. I need to bring that. I'll probably bring that to league tomorrow. By the way, I joined a new league today. Day one is a 12:30 league, afternoon league. So I'm pretty excited. At my favorite bowling alley, Paddock Lanes, out in Martinez or in Pacheco. They call it Pacheco, but this alley's been around since the 1950s, I believe. Goes way back in the day. Really cool. It's free fall pins, thank goodness. And it's one of my favorite in the Bay Area. I love this alley. The people there are very nice. The alley is clean. It's got really good vibes. The only problem is it's a 45-minute drive for me from Napa. But the wife and I were doing an evening league down in Paddock last year. It was a 6:30 league, and the traffic to get out of Napa to go there was like, it took me like an hour 15, hour 20 sometimes. And it's like, after 1 month, I told the wife, we can't do this. And it was a 5-person league. It was like, oh my God, we weren't out of there until 10. And I worked a lot of the times on Thursday, so I didn't get off till late. And we were stuck in traffic. It's like, I really want to bowl there, but I can't do an evening league. So a lady at the front desk is like, we have an opening. If you want to do an afternoon league on Tuesdays at 12:30, I'm like, hell yeah. So it's a really cool league. It's pretty small. I think there's maybe 8 or 9 teams. So I'm filling in for a bowler that got injured. I think he actually got shoulder surgery as well too, and he's out for the whole season. So this team was out a person, and she's like, "Hey, if you want to join us," I'm like, "Hell yeah!" So I met my two fellow bowlers, really cool people. So I'm very grateful that they accepted me and I'm part of the team. So we are in second to last place. So hopefully, now that we have a full 3-person team, it's a 3-person league, that we can get our way up to the very top. So I'm very excited. I love bowling at Paddock, so I'm super excited about that. And looking forward to every Tuesday. So my leagues are Tuesday at 12:30 and Wednesday at Napa at 6:30 at night. And then today I brought the special effect and I brought the Guru. And there's a lot more oil in Paddock than there is Napa. So I had to really slow down my ball speed for it to hook. And I sanded my balls to around 2,000. And so that league, I can get away with sanding my balls to like 1,000 to 1,500 just because they do. I'm a little bit speed dominant, so I just have to reel it in. But I got like 190s. My average today came out to like 189. It wasn't the greatest, but, you know, I'm starting off. I should have probably sandbagged today to get my average down because I'm establishing an average, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, GT Bin, if you hear swag balls is broken, any more drill bits breaks, then you haven't fixed it. Oh, gotcha. That's why. Yeah, not a bad idea. Wait a little bit. Steve, no way ball did that. Bit was dropped. Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he told me. And I don't know, he could have been like just mashing the drill bit, mashing the press down in the ball really hard where it just put a lot of pressure. Or the bit was just old. And it would just have like a hairline crack on it or something broke. Who knows? I wasn't there when it happened. I don't know, but he's out a $250 bit. So, Steve, not bowling, torn labrum once, torn rotator cuff once, and now torn bicep. Jeez, man. Heal up, brother. That's not good. Steve Suter, if you had the money, build a bowling alley. How many lanes and what would be mandatory? If you had the money, build a bowling alley, how many lanes and what would be mandatory to have in it? I would do like Paddock is a 20-lane alley. I think that's perfect. It doesn't need to be big. It's 20 lanes. It's cozy, and it would be all free fall. So, yeah, all free fall. And what else? What else would be mandatory? I'm trying to think. What would be mandatory for you? Let's see. We'd have music, right? Definitely will allow music. So some leagues don't allow music on the speaker. I think Paddock does in the evening. I think they play music. Napa doesn't play music. So I went rolling last night at Napa. I did some practice last night. And I brought the 2.0 hybrid that was the wife's old ball. If you guys do not have and the video, my review video is coming out tomorrow morning. If you guys do not have the 2.0 hybrid, get it. It is like, I should have got this ball a long time ago. It's phenomenal ball. It shapes perfectly. I put a little bit of surface on it and it's just like, boom. I got a 60 by 4 by 30 layout on it. And it's phenomenal. It's a 14-pound. And with the 14-pound, I'm realizing I can get a little bit more revs on them. So, I'm kind of seeing that with the 14 pounds now, which is pretty cool. And I like it. I think it's one of the better Black Widow balls that's out right now. And you can get them for like 140, I think $145. I think I'm at Gebhardt's was the cheapest I saw them. So pretty good ball. And I think it came out 2022. Was it February 2022? Yeah, it's been out for a while. And I think they're still selling really good. So I really like that ball. I put up a really good score with that one. I also put up I think I put a 255 up with that one yesterday. And then I brought the One Ovation. Now I was bowling post league, so the lanes were kind of scorched. And the One Ovation was just, that ball is, holy moly, is that thing strong. Damn. I'm almost thinking I'll bring that to league tomorrow for game one. Right out of the box, I expected that to not really hook that much, and it was like, damn. it was just a beast on the lanes. And I stood far left and it came back. So if you guys are looking for a sleeper ball, the one Ovation is, it took me by surprise, actually. I've never had a ball out of box hook that much. And there was oil in the lane. I mean, it wasn't a lot of oil, but there was still probably medium oil out there. And it was like, damn. So that ball was good. I couldn't put up a decent score. I couldn't hit my lines at all. I couldn't get any decent shots. I think my highest score was like a 190. So I'm gonna have to do another review, maybe on fresh oil on that one, and see how that goes a little bit better. And then I also rolled the 14-pound rally. That ball actually looks really cool going down lane, and it's got pretty good shape. I think I put up like a 235 with that, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot my score with that, but yeah, it wasn't bad. You know, would I go out and buy that ball if I didn't get it as a surprise ball? No. You know, it's just not one of those balls that gravitates towards me. But I said, what the hell? It's a Columbia 300. I've had really good luck with Columbia 300 balls lately. So what the hell? Let's draw it up. And I think I did a 50 by 4 by 30 layout on that one as well, too. So a little bit stronger. I'm going to start having to draw my ball a little bit stronger just for paddock, just because they have a little bit more oil. And I'm bringing nothing but solids, maybe hybrids to paddock for league because, like I said, I brought the Guru out and it was just barely hooking. I'm like, damn. So we'll see. I got the Ion Max. I've got the Track Stealth Solid. I've got the Piranha, or the Track Paragon Shadow. I'm excited to bring that one there. What's another good one that I have that's big? The Collisions. When I draw up the Severe Collision, I'll bring that. I can even bring the Brutal Collision. Those are big solids. Pure Madness is another one. That's an ASIM solid. That's not super big, but it's got good shape. Pride Dynasty is really strong for me, too. I could bring that there. And the Venom Shock, I think, will be very good for there, too. And the Special Effect, I think I just needed to bring that down to maybe 1,000, 1,500 for me. Ditch Panther Mascot, nice. Dead Polymers, I have a Widow Ghost. A 2.0 hybrid seems too close. Widow Ghost. When did that one come out? When Widow Ghost? Oh, you're talking about the Ghost Pearl, right? Yeah, the Widow Ghost. I got the wife, the Widow Ghost. That's why I didn't draw that one up. That's a 13-pound. I got her to the 13-pound, so it's got the different core. Okay, so what I'm going to do, everybody got their votes in, right? Okay, so we're going to do something fun here. Oh, no. All right. And nobody can change their answers either. All right, and then Dead Polymers. All right, so whoever voted for the Dodgers, we're gonna do a wheel spin right here. There's 3 people. If you pick the Blue Jays, nah, you're not part of the wheel spin, my friend. Sorry about that. All right, so we're gonna do a wheel spin here. We've got GT Ben, we've got Nick, and we've got Dead Polymers. Congratulations. Okay. So we're gonna do a spin, and whoever wins, I'm gonna send you a gift package in the mail. So whoever's name gets chosen, send me your mail, and I will send you something this time. Okay, in the mail. All right, here we go. We're gonna spin a wheel. Thought I'd do something fun here. Where's it at? Let's do a shuffle in the names here. There's only 3 names. All right, here we go. See if you can see that. All right, looks like Nick is our winner. All right, Nick. So email me at theboeingfool@gmail.com and send me your address, and I'll send you something Boeing related. So congratulations, Nick. Sorry, Blue Jays fans. Yeah, you know, it's the way it goes. Oh. Okay. Yeah. GG Ben, I like my odds. Yeah, Ben, you almost won twice in a row here. Yeah, that's bull. Hey, that was a simple question. All you had to do is say your favorite team. I grew up down in SoCal. Okay, congrats, Nick, if you're watching. And Dead Polymers, Blue Jays fans are used to getting the short end of the stick. Come on, bro. You should have picked the Dodgers. You would have been in on this. I can't believe you picked the Blue Jays. Dodgers are going to smoke them. All right, so I thought I'd drill up a bowling ball tonight. So what the hell? I did a half hour of talking here. And let's see. I also got other balls too, if anybody's interested in those. I think I talked about them last time on the stream. I've got the Brunswick Endeavor 15-pound. I think I'm selling that for $40. I've got the 14-pound Hitter Solid. I think I'm asking $30 or $40 for that one. I've got the Theorem Pearl, was another $30, $40. And then the Fireball, I think I'm asking $40. Dirt cheap balls, if you guys want some, let me know. So I think I'll drill up the Mantra Solid, and I'll bring this camera over here. All right, once again, the wife's at yoga, so I'm going to try to do two things at one time. I think I'll wait for the severe collision is the last one. I also have the BVL ball that I may hold on to. I may drill that up. I think that might be a good Napa ball, good dry lane ball. But I may do a short for the severe collision. All right, so we have a 14-pound DV8 Mantra Solid that I got as a surprise ball 2 weeks ago. Very cool looking ball. Let's see. So the numbers on this: Insider Extreme Solid, ball finish, 500 to 2,000 grit sire. This does not have HK22. It's one of the few balls that does not have HK22. So, although it smells good. Yeah, it smells like chemical. RG 2.50 RG, or sorry, diff is 0.047. Intermediate diff 0.011. I'm thinking maybe what, a 60 by 4 by 30. I'll keep it pretty generic on the layout. What do you guys think? So it's going to read a little bit earlier with the diff. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I think I'll do. All right. By the way, a lot of you guys have been asking me what these pencils I'm using are. So these are Pika dry pencils. I've got all the different colors, and this is what they look like. Okay, so if you want to know what they look like, you get them on Amazon. They're $10 a package. You come in white, green, red, blue, and I have yet to go through one single lead on the white one, and I've been using that for a bunch of balls so far. So $10 of these. You can get any case. These are just colored cases. If you do get the Nick Pro, do not use the lead that comes with the Nick Pro. They're absolute garbage. You have to get these. This is what works. And then these cases also have a sharpener on them too, right? So the bottom is a sharpener. Boom, just like that. I think Nick left. He didn't even know he won. Probably had to go back to work. All right, let me write down the layout I'm going to do on this one here. Wait, what did I have? Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do like let's do a 45 by 4 by 40. Let's try that one. What the hell? I've only got that layout on a couple balls, so we'll try it out on this one. Steve says redraw. No redraws. Nick Pro for the casing and Pika Dry pencils as the refills. Yes. These are, you can get any kind of case you want. Like I said, I just got these because they came in all the different colors of the lead that I used. And like I said, you're not going to use white on an EXJ Jackal hybrid. You'd use one of the other ones. Very easy to come off. They come off with rubbing alcohol or ball cleaner. Rubs right off. So, and they're very fine too. It's very fine marking on there. Ah, I made a mark here though. And you could pretty much just rub it off with your finger. I mean, I just had a mark right there, rubbed right off. All right, 45. I did my track stealth solid 45 by 4 by 40, and I like that layout. Works pretty good. And then we'll do 4. I'm kind of sticking around 4 for most of my balls. And seems like a pretty good number for me for pin to pap. All right, let's see. Brad, go Dodgers. Oh, Brad, you're a little late, man. I would have put you in the drawing, my friend. GT Ben, should have done the wheel spin like Radical Podcast. 30 seconds to reply. No, I'll get it over with. Let's see, 40. I give it a half hour. I don't force people to wait and watch my stream. If you don't want to watch my stream, I don't force you to wait till the end. I don't play that game. All right, 1 3/4. Four and 5/8. My span's nice and easy. 4 1/4 for both middle and ring finger. Believe it or not. Anybody got a span out there that's the same for your middle and ring finger? I don't know if that's too common. Yeah. There we go. Steve Shammy. Yeah. Brad Fool, are you a fan of the Giants being up in Northern California? I am not. I'm a Dodger fan. True. Always been a Dodger fan. My dad used to take me to the Dodger games as I was a kid. We sit up in the nosebleed seats, $4. He'd give me a pair of binoculars. Here, watch the game. And we were the only ones up there. It was cool. So no, I am a Dodger fan. I'm back in the day with Fernando Valenzuela and Oral Hershiser and what was it? All the guys from the 80s. We used to go to the baseball games in the early 80s, mid 80s. And I had a blast. We met Tommy Lasorda, super nice guy. He was walking out to the parking lot as we were going to the car, and my dad talked to him and was a super nice guy. So yeah, I'm a Dodger fan till the end of time. Just my where I grew up. All right, 4 1/4 and 4 1/4. Cool. Steve, Ron say sitting that high up looked really small. I bet. Yeah, it's like I said, my dad would bring binoculars, and it's like, oh, cool. Of course, as I'm a kid, I'm looking at other people in the stands. Ah, look at that. Yeah. Used to get a pack of baseball cards there too. I think I still have. Every time we go, we get a pack of baseball cards. Although I got to admit, the Giants have a very cool stadium. You know, I mean, I've been to the Giants game a couple times and been to the A's games, and the Giants have a very cool stadium. I'm not going to lie. Big fan of that place. Overlooking the bay. I mean, just stunning. Oh, I'm going to turn that on. All right, let's get you over here. Hello. Brad, let's see. Brad, I grew up going to Dodgers games, but I grew up with Garvey, Say, Russell, and Lopes. Yeah, I remember Steve Garvey. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Brad, my dad had some friend that had a connection with the Dodgers, and we would sit right behind the dugout. Damn, that's cool. We would usually go when they gave out, like, my dad would always take us when we go, and they gave out like all the free stuff, like the free baseball bats and the baseballs and all that cool stuff. That way we'd get something out of it. It's funny. Oh, the good old days. All right, so I actually had a customer of mine buy the jig, and he just got a brand new jet mill press. And believe it or not, it did not line up. So the jets are not lined up with the same as the wrong foo and the other ones. So I think it will line up with the Vevor, the holes on the Vevor for the Vevor mill table, because it looked like it lined up perfectly with that. So I think that's what he had to do. But the outer ones on here fit the wrong foo, and then the inner ones fit the Vevor mill table. So if you do have a jet mill press, it may still work. Well, I'm talking mill press, not drill press. And the mill press has this XY table here. And for some reason, like Grizzly and Jet, they don't want to be universal size right here where the T-nuts fit for some weird reason. So, but if you guys do end up getting, if any of you guys bought my jig and you did get a Grizzly or you get a Jet in the future, all you really have to do if these don't fit is just drill 4 holes to line it up. That's all you really got to do. You have the mill press and drill press. You can just drill 4 holes, measure it out, and drill them where it lines up perfectly. I didn't want to drill a whole bunch of holes in here when I was talking to the machinist on the bottom plate, because it would look like Swiss cheese. That'd be just way too many holes. So most of the customers have the V-Vor. I say about 80% of my customers have the V-Vor mill table, which it fits, and then the other half either have a wrong foo or similar. So they'll fit that. All right, get my 30 seconds bit in here. Yeah, that tool would be pretty cool, like when I get those made to line up here. Although I'd constantly have to take that bit out when really all you have to do, let's get our measurements in here. 5/16 table forward. All right, and then 3/8 table left. Let's see. GT Ben, since you have a mill press now, does that mean you'll be making the jig in-house? No. This jig is made with a very expensive CNC milling machine. It's the only way I can make it like this as quickly as I can. You could probably making one on this would take forever. I mean, you'd have to do all the certain measurements. My machinist puts it in this machine. I think he paid like 50 grand for it. And Nick, if you're watching, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He puts it in the machine. It's in a CAD software program. And then the machine perfectly cuts both the top plate and bottom plate to precise, super precise measurements that you can't get with just a regular mill press like this. So nope. I can drill holes and stuff on the bottom if I wanted to. I can mill out the bottom, but this jig that I sell is made with a high quality CNC machine. There's no way I can make it without it. Steve, Ron Say, aka the Penguin, Davy Lopes' hair was so big he looked like cotton candy was outside his hat. Yeah, that was funny. The look at the players back then was hilarious. Brad says, "Fool said I'm old." We are old. You're around the same age as me. Yeah, we've been around. If I say I saw a baseball game in 1983 to 85, yeah, older than most. All right, let's get the razor blade out here. By the way, too, so one of the things that I didn't do on the jigs, if any of you guys that bought them are watching, is I didn't put the center line. I personally scribed a center line on the top plate right here, and here, so I know where to line up the span lines on here. I let you guys do that. So just, if you want to do it, just measure the halfway point with a ruler and just mark a line. You can either do like a Sharpie. I did a scribe just because it's a little bit finer than a Sharpie. But either way, I kind of left it for you guys to do. You want to read comments? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's going good. I'm on time. The wife's out here. Say hi. Hello, everybody. Hello. All right. Oh, we've got 14 people watching right now, which I appreciate. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, we are at, I haven't checked lately, but we are at 979. We got 21 more subscribers until we reach the 1,000 number. So hopefully that'll happen in the next couple of days. Like I said, Once we hit the 1,000, if you guys are new to my channel, I'm giving away 2 bowling balls. And so watch out for a stream. Oh, 980, sweet. Right on. Thanks, Brad. I probably got one from this stream. Thank you, thank you. And so yeah, I'm giving away 2 brand new 15-pound bowling balls. Once I hit 1,000, I'll post I'll make a post, and all you have to do is comment on the post to be entered. That's it. Nothing super complicated. And I think I may hold the drawing for about a week. I'm not going to hold it super long, but I'll give everybody a chance for a week to put their name in there and whatnot and be entered. And then we'll do a wheel spin, kind of like we did on this one today too. All right, so double check my measurements. I got everything locked in place. Okay, we've got 3/8 table left, and we got 5/16 table forward. Sweet. I tell you, the Brunswick balls, the B7 balls, cut like butter. If you guys are new to drilling, you'll be able to tell when you drill other brands. It's just nothing like a B7 ball. They're just super soft. And just like that, ring finger drilled. Very simple. All right, we'll go 5/16 table right. Let's see. Steve, if I win, I'm serious. Please donate my ball to a high schooler who needs a new ball. I recently gave away a new in-box Rockstar to a high school bowler. Sweet, I will do that. Heck yeah. I was telling one of the guys on my new league today too that I'm giving out a bowling ball, and I'm like, they're 15 pounds. He's like, oh man, I roll a 14. So I may just give out a mystery ball. You know, if you guys are 14 and say you won, say you're a winner of one of the balls and you can't do anything with a 15, may just give you a mystery ball, a surprise ball instead, if that works for you. But I wanted to thank everybody for supporting the channel and helping me get to 1,000. I never thought I'd be at 1,000 this quickly. So I want to thank everybody out there. I think I'm the only DIY bowling ball driller online that on YouTube that does this stuff. I don't know of any other people that do it currently. I know there's some people before that used to do it, but all right. All right, good to go. Swag. No. I'm not getting a. If I get a surprise ball for a winner, it's going to be from Bowling World. We'll not do Bowler's Mart because somebody said, I forgot who it was, but they got a Max Thrill Hybrid as a surprise ball, and they didn't really save much money. So with the Bowling World, I've had a hell of a lot better luck. I mean, I've never got one from Bowler's Mart, but you've guys seen what I got from Bowling World. I'm going to stick with Bowling World. All right, so we've got 5/16 table right and 5/16. Gotcha. Okay. right, middle finger drilled. I'm going to try this out. Let's see. That fit. I'm a little nervous. So a Too Tall gave me this last time I was down. I'm going to try it out really quick. I'm afraid it might do too much though. Let's see how that did. Yeah, it didn't really bevel it as much as I like, unfortunately. All right, 1/8 table left. Okay, and 1/4 table back. So a quick measurement here. Brad, what ball is on everyone's wish list right now? It doesn't have to be a new release, just something you want that you don't have yet. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of do want the Evil Eye, but I'm gonna wait on that. I'm not paying full price for that bad boy. Okay, we'll go right underneath that. I can't wait for the list of discontinued balls. I'm a discontinued ball junkie. And you can have the new ones. I'll wait till they get half off. It's the same damn thing. Get 3 balls for the price of 1. Get my 16-pound balls for $57 from Buddy's. Okay. GT Ben Evoke Hysteria. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of the Evoke Hysteria for me. On the chopping block. This kind of prevents me from buying any future Motive balls. I just haven't had much luck with Motive. Personally. Rod says, I've always wanted the OG IQ Tour. You talk about the yellow one? But it never goes on sale. Wish they'd make like a newer version of the OG, the yellow one that was so famous. Everybody wanted it. All right, 1/8 and 1/4 table back. Let's get this lined up a little bit better. Perfect. So if you guys want a really good vacuum and you don't like the loud noise of shop vacs, try the DeWalt Stealth Sonic. That's what I use. Works pretty darn good. All right. So this is a 1.5-inch bit that I use as the first drill hole just to save on my Jopo, and then I do the other half with the actual Jopo bit. That way I'm not drilling the whole ball with the Jopo bit, just to save on wear and tear. I'm gonna have to get these sharpened up pretty soon. So I'm waiting until I drill all these balls and then I'll take it down. There's a place in a couple towns over that will sharpen them for $5 a piece, I believe. And hopefully they can do it right then and there. Hopefully I don't have to leave them all there and get them and come back later. Brad says, I've heard a lot of great things about the Rockstar Amped. I kind of want the Physics Blackout or the RST Hyperdrive Pearl. I would like to have an RST too. I just don't know which one, the original one or the Pearl. GT, I'm eyeing the Hyperdrive Pearl 2, waiting on sale like the Bowler Smart Rockstar. Yep. Yeah, Bowler Smart prevented me from buying any of those right now, because I have a feeling they're going to do the same thing like they did the Rockstar, or do like a surprise sale one day. And everybody at the bottom early is going to go, damn, I wish I would have waited. Steve, Brad, Hyperdrive Pearl is very good. Depending on the house I bowl at, it's my game 2 and 3 ball. Another house, the Evoke Hysteria is my game 2 and 3 ball. Nice. So every driller or PSO has their own way of doing things here. So if you do use one bit the whole time, I wouldn't recommend doing it all in one time, because you're going to heat up your bit pretty quickly. And that means heating up your bits means you're going to heat up the inside core of your bowling ball. The hotter it gets in there, the more likely you are to have a cracked bowling ball. So that's why I do it half and half, because that way the bit doesn't get super hot. Other ball drillers can do smaller bits like a pilot hole, and that's perfectly fine too. Some people do like a step down, like 3 different bits, small, medium, and then they finally go to the 1.5-inch bit. That's totally fine too. My only recommendation is, whatever you do, let the bit cool down for a little bit, and don't just go straight down with it, because that bit will get very, very hot. And just remember that heat transfers to the bowling ball. Plus, you got to bring it up every now and then to clean up all that debris in there anyway. Still not used to these short handles versus the Delta press that I had. The Delta press was like really easy. I gotta constantly adjust my placement on the handle here. And so, see, I can touch this and it's not super hot. If I was to use this whole bit for the whole drill bit, I would not be able to touch that bit right now. It's warm, but it's not too hot that I can't touch it. All right. GT Ben, are there good deals on bowling balls during Black Friday in the past? Last Black Friday, I don't think we saw any good deals, to be honest with you. I think the only deals they were from like bowling accessories, like tape, the powder, and certain other stuff. But I didn't see too many deals on bowling balls. That could change. I mean, they could change it every year, but Broski, if you're watching, I don't remember if there was any bowling ball deals. It was mainly just accessories and whatnot. If you guys are watching, make sure to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe. Like I said, we're close to 1,000. Giving bowling balls out once we reach 1,000. I give it a couple more days. Steve, Hyperdrive Pearl is a strong mid-lane hook. Some oil is okay, but if it hits friction, watch out. Nice. Brad, I've been using my Gremlin as a game 2-3 ball. I love that thing. I'll get that when it's on closeout. Rod, Hyperdrive Pearl was one of my favorites of the demo day I did. Damn, okay. Everybody likes it. I haven't heard one bad thing about the Hyperdrive Pearl. Steve, just got rid of my new unboxed Gremlin. You got rid of it? Why did you get rid of it? Yeah, not Mr. Tibbs. Yeah, I remember disappointment last Black Friday. Yeah, we expected to see a bunch of killer deals, and there was hardly anything. All right. I try these new things out. They're prebiotic soda. Pretty good. Got these grocery outlet, 2 for $1 on sale. Buy one, get one free. Yeah, so it's all healthy, natural stuff, organic. Tastes pretty good too. All right. Double check my measurement. Damn, those are good. I'm gonna have to go back and get more of those. Those are ridiculously good. Steve, oh, it was an offer I couldn't refuse. Oh, damn. Did you buy that brand new, or did you win that thing? I think you said you won it or something like that, right? Maybe I'm getting confused with another one. I want to double check measurements real quick. One thing I haven't really done in a while is check my pitches just to make sure everything's aligned, everything's the way it should be. You know, I've just been doing this so many times that I don't even bother bringing these out anymore. But it's good to check every now and then. So if you guys are new to drilling, get the calipers, and I always check my bridge. My bridge is 0.27, very close, good. And then I check the width of the holes. 0.9, yeah, what, 930. Yep, 956, sweet. And then this one, 149, sweet. Those are looking good. You get these on Amazon for $20. Killer deal. Get the digital one. All right. So I always forget to do this when I have all the lines. So you want to do this when you have all the lines on here, so it makes it easy to line up. And we got 5/16. 5/16. Booyah. We should have 3/8. Boom. What do we got here? Pretty close to 3/8. Yep. right in between 5/16 and 3/8. And this one is 5/16, same thing. Perfect. Now let's do our thumb. Quarter. Awesome, awesome. And almost 1/8. Nice. Oh, nice! You won it. Damn, you winning some good balls. Is this in like a raffle for league or something like that, or tournament? They always give crappy balls for raffles wherever every tournament we go to. It's like we never get a new in-box Gremlin. Like I want a new in-box Gremlin as a raffle. All right. So I drilled up the ball the other day and I forgot to do the alcohol, but you know what? It didn't matter because none of the grips or Jopo came out, but it's a good thing to do. After I put the grips in there and stuff, I mean, I vacuumed it out, but I didn't do the alcohol. And it doesn't matter. It stays in there pretty good with the glue, but I'll do it just for fun. Now I got to pick a color. I didn't even pick a color for my grips or Jopo yet. Drilled the holes out. What color should I use on this? If you guys can see the color of the ball here. Ordered a whole bunch more Jopos and grips as well too. Should come in the mail end of this week, next week. Trevor Bueller, 4152. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream, Trevor. I've always been a Kansas City Chiefs. Steve, Browns fan for life. Steve Yellow. Guy Blunt. What's up, Guy? Welcome to the stream. Match the blue. Yeah, that would be kind of cool, huh? All right, let's see what we got here. I'm kind of running out of Jopos. I think I have almost every color except orange, or orange and pink. So, blue and yellow. Guess I could do yellow because the mantra is yellow. What do you think? Yay or nay for that one? If you can see that. Or we can go black. Black's pretty cool. Black's always working. Yellow. Okay. Yellow it is. So I get a rasp and just rasp it up. And like I said, they always mention in their videos too, it slides in like that. Don't be concerned. Oh my God, it's so loose. So as soon as you rasp this, it fits really tight. Not really tight, but it fits in there perfectly. And then the whole point of this is to create like feathers with the plastic, just kind of like bring the plastic out a little bit, feathery type. So when you do the glue, it sticks a little bit better. That should do it. Then you don't need to go crazy. All right, what color grips now? Should I do yellow grips? All right, match the blue. Denver, Brad says Denver Broncos fan. Guy Blunt, yes. GT Ben, yellow. Steve Suter, yes, yellow. Rod, where's the cheapest place to get grips? I get my grips on eBay, and I just bought a whole bunch. I think I bought like 19 of them, or no, sorry, 18 of them for 30 something bucks. I think it was like $31. The only bummer is the guy you order from on eBay, he doesn't combine shipping. It's like you have to pay everything you order. It's like adds on to the shipping charge. It's like, just put them all in and give me one bulk shipping cost. But it still comes out to be like $1, less than $1.50 for a grip, which if you go to your pro shop, they'll charge you probably minimum $6 for a grip, right? Like $6 for a grip. So let's go yellow grips to see rotation, huh? Let's see. Guy Blunt, yellow looks good. Guy Blunt, I live in Denver, but I'm a Bengals fan. Laugh out loud. Brad Statton, Guy Blunt, Colorado Springs here. Not Mr. Tibbs. Rod, I get my Vice grips from a guy on eBay. I think Bowling Fool gets his turbos there as well. I think it's the same guy. Yeah, he sells Vice and turbo. It's the cheapest you're going to find it anywhere, to be honest with you, is the eBay guy. You just have to pay a little bit in shipping, and then you got to pay tax. And it comes from the East Coast. I think he ships from Pennsylvania. So it takes over to get to me, it takes over a week, sometimes a week and a half. And I ordered 10 of these. I ordered 10 Jopos from Gebhardt's, came out to $95 with a coupon. So like $9.50 each for one of these, which is ridiculous. What brand grips? GT, what brand grips is? I personally use turbo grips, but like Broski is saying, he also sells Vice. I don't know if he sells Jopo, but all I know is he sells the turbo and the turbo quads and a Vice. Okay. Yeah, so I guess yellow looks all right, huh? Let's do that. And I'm just using old grips that I got out of another ball because I only maybe used it 10 times. No reason to waste a grip. Get them lined up here. Bob Industries glue. Bob Smith, sorry. And I keep a paper clip now there too, because somebody told me about a paper clip to keep the cap free and clear. So that's what I do now. Okay. And I just get the butt of the screwdriver, kind of press the grip in a little bit more so it's flush. Don't want it too flush though. And literally one drop of glue will work. And then I just push the top of the grip down so it's flush with the ball, let it dry a little bit. Maybe push the screwdriver up against the inside. The more you do this, the better you'll get. And like I said, if you want to watch something comical, watch my really old video of doing the fireball. One of the first balls I ever drilled and did inserts. It was pretty comical with how much glue I used. It just turned out to be a mess.
You guys will do that too, I'm sure, when you're learning. All right. Yeah, why don't you put down in the comments, everybody, what's your favorite of all your balls that you have? What is your go-to? What is the one you like the most? I'm curious. For me, I'd have to say the Track Stealth Solid. And the Piranha Power Core is up there as well, too. That ball is very, very good. Boom, just like that. Grips are in. Guy, Evoke Hysteria followed by Venom Shock. Yeah. You know, Venom Shock is really good. I rolled the wife's 14-pound the other day at paddock in practice, and that thing was really good. I need to do a review on the 14-pound too. I don't really know as much of a difference, 14 and 15-pound, to be honest with you. Hits just as hard. Okay. Test fit. Perfect. And for these, I learned you don't need a lot of glue. I was doing a lot of glue on the Joe Pose at first, and I realized that you don't need to go crazy. Just turn it around 360. And then when you get your popsicle stick, just kind of push it down there to the bottom. And you can make sure all the whole inside of it is coated with a thin layer of glue. Whoop. And that's it. So there's a one and done. Don't take forever putting this in. Line it up. Good to go. And then let that dry for about a minute. I usually have paper towels lined up so I could just put the wrap the popsicle stick in the paper towel and throw it away because the glue can get really messy. Brad says phase 2 or attention star. Yeah, phase 2 is pretty good. I don't have the attention star, although I know it's getting discontinued. Should I get the attention star? Is it really that good? I've heard a lot of people say good things about it. GT Physics Blackout, Rod, Scorpion Low Flare, and OG Effect are my go-to when I can't find a look on house. Nice. Guy, it's crazy the Venom Shock was released in 2014 and hopefully they never retire. It is crazy. Like, that ball is really strong. And it's still a top seller. Everybody in our family has one. Like, I don't know anybody that doesn't have one. I think our friend Dilo doesn't have a Venom shock yet. But Broski's got one, Gramps got one, the wife had one, that's now mine. I have a 14 and a 15 now. Yeah, he didn't like the motive. Brad, GT, that's why I would consider the physics blackout.
Right on.
Oh, then you've probably seen this on the other videos I do. I just do a circle here when I'm going to cut down this plug here, so that I know when the plug cutter hits the ball, I don't go too far. Well, that's what was getting caught up with the damn sticker. So I take my Made in Mexico stickers off now. Some people wait until after they get their first strike, but then it's a pain in the butt once you roll it down the lane to get it off. So I want that off now. What do you guys do? Do you guys leave that sticker on, or does your PSO take it off? Brad, the attention star is great. I'm considering ordering another one or two for futures. Okay. Yeah, I may have to get one then. Guy, remove sticker immediately. Yes. That's what I do. I can't stand. I don't know how people roll bowling ball with a dang sticker on it like that. It just bugs me. All right, so what I'm going to do here, if you guys can see that, is I got the plug cutter here, and I'm going to zero out the table. Sometimes based on the shape of the ball, not every ball is exactly the same shape from what I learned. So I get it as close to zero on both the X and Y axis. And then I bring the plug cutter down just in the middle of the span somewhere on the surface here. And then, so like 0, 0, it's not zeroed out, right? But I move it till I'm zeroed out. And then I'll bring this Y-axis. That one's pretty good though. Maybe a little bit more here. All right. We tighten it down. And we cut the plug. It's just as simple as that. Or cut the JOPO. I call it a plug. All right, so you just see that where it just smears it a little bit. And that's just smearing the pencil markings so you know you're flush when it pretty much goes around the ball. And then I can fine tune it with a bevel knife. That's $7 on Amazon. Because when you do the plug cutter, it pushes the JOPO down a little bit in there. And then I just come at it at an angle, kind of go like that, if you can see that. Because if you go straight like this, it's going to create burrs. How many of you guys seen the new movie Tron? Holy moly. It got a lot of bad reviews, but damn, was that visually stunning movie or what? Yeah, we thought it was pretty entertaining. We saw it in a regular theater. Probably would have been a hell of a lot better in an IMAX like it's meant to be seen, but soundtrack's freaking awesome. That's why I picked that song in my short that I did yesterday. Really cool. But yeah, I think a lot of people were complaining because it didn't fit in with the lines of like the storylines of the original Trons. Kind of was in the real world. But pretty entertaining nonetheless. GT, I never had a choice about the sticker. The PSO takes it off right on. Yeah, I think when I was having my balls taken to the PSO, he did the same thing. He used to take it off as well, too. I take the sticker off as soon as the ball leaves the box. Can't stand it on there, Brad says. Yep. Good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I watch these reviewers. I'm like, don't take a sticker off until you get a strike. I'm like, that's dumb. GT, I don't use thumb, but dumb question. How come Jopo don't make it shorter so you only have to use the hand filer? So they make it a certain length based on, like, I'm using a pitch. I'm putting a pitch in there. I think they wanted to stick out a little bit longer, so if it made it too short, it would go in the ball too far. So they make it like, I think if my pitch was 0-0, it would probably be just above the ball. And I think they do that on purpose. But I have a 1/8 table or 1/8 right pitch in there, and then a quarter reverse pitch in there. So it pitches a little bit. So it sticks out a little bit more in the bottom, but it's not that bad to cut it off. I could have pushed it down more with the plug cutter, but I don't like to do that because sometimes if you don't have that plug cutter perfectly zeroed out, it will cut into the ball. That's why I use this. So it's not that bad. And we're pretty much good to go right there. And we'll do a test fit of the Jopo. Boom. We're set. Bam, got myself a Mantra Solid. I'm very excited to roll. Pretty cool looking ball. And that's it. One ball drilled. I took my time on that. Oh, by the way, I drilled the Motive Venom shock? Yeah, the 14-pound Motive Venom shock. I did it off camera last week, and I just wanted to see how fast I can do everything from doing the layout to putting the Jopos in, and I did it in 20 minutes flat. So there was at the Bowling Expo, they had a how fast can you drill contest for like PSOs, and I think the record was like 3 or 4 minutes. Just insane. And that's from like getting a ball when it's fresh and you have a layout and you're doing everything from the layout to installing the grips and everything. I'm like, damn. They're just mashing the drill. They're just going really fast with the press. They're not caring about heat. They have to be. I don't think they're switching out bits. If they're switching out bits and getting it done that quickly, holy moly, I got much respect. But I think they're just one bit, mash it all the way down to the stop super fast. If anybody was out there at the Bowler Expo and they saw how that was done, let me know. That's pretty cool. So I don't know if you guys can see this. So on very soft balls, it usually only happens on the
B7 balls. They're really soft material. The jig will put in a little tiny line, and it's just the softness of the ball. It's not that the jig's not 100% functional. It's just, I think all jigs do that. So what I do to get rid of that is just a little bit of rubbing alcohol, and just rub it for about, maybe 20 seconds or so, and it completely goes away. It's just a little fine line on the ball, and that's it. So completely gone, and I just use a little bit of rubbing alcohol. So if you guys see that, don't go, oh my God, it's making a mark, because it comes right out. If you don't use alcohol, it comes out on the first roll down the lane. It's just one of those weird things. It's just the softness of the ball for some whatever weird reason, whatever chemical they make with these, it puts a mark on it. We'll only have that with B7 balls, like the solids like this. Nick, did you know you won, Nick? I think you just jumped back in. I spun the wheel, Nick, and you won because you picked the Dodgers. So I picked everybody that picked the Dodgers, which is only 3 people. Spun the wheel, and you were the lucky winner. So email me at thebowlingfool@gmail.com with your address. I'll send you a bowling gift package there for you, free of charge, as a thank you for your support, my friend. So maybe USBC needs to check the brands of Brunswick about soft balls and instead of Storm. Yeah. No, like you probably notice it too, Nick, when you're drilling. Can you notice like how soft these are to drill? I mean, it could be just the material that they use and stuff, but these, especially the solids, they cut like a dream. But yeah, cool. So we've got 45 by 4 by 40 layout on this. Excited to see what that'll do for it. Pretty cool. Any questions or comments about this drilling process that I just did, let me know. Pretty easy peasy. The only ball I got left to do is a severe collision. I'll do that. I'll make a short out of that. May do that tomorrow. And I'll make a short out of that. Yeah, Nick, oh nice. Sorry, I was on the phone with the wife. Yeah. Yeah, because when you didn't answer, I'm like, he walked away. Didn't even know he won. Yeah, just send me your address, and I'll send you a surprise bowling gift to you. Kind of a little fun thing I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do it like on every stream. Nothing too crazy, but it's fun. And maybe GT, I will wait till the very end of the stream. I don't really like to do that because if you're watching, you want to win. You want to know, hey, did I win? I don't want to keep it till the end of the stream, especially if you guys want to bail off or something like that. I'm not going to have you come back. By the way, on those things, yeah, I was going to say, you must be present to win. I'm not going to do that. All right, so now it's time for Q&A. If you guys have any Q&A about anything I've done tonight, drilling process, the jigs, mill press, all that stuff, put it in the comments. Tonight's a pretty short night. I think I went under 2 hours. Wow, I went under 2 hours tonight. Wife's very impressed. I told the wife, I said, I don't have league tonight, I'm not gonna go practice tonight at the bowling alley, so I can go and stream for 3 hours if I want. Oh, I forgot to mention. So I'm on a new bowling league out in Paddock. It's a 1230 league, and I'm filling in the shoes of an injured person that was on the team. So I'm kind of filling in, and the team consists of me, another male, and a female, older female. I guess she's probably in her 80s. And she's been bowling since 1956. I said, holy moly. So really cool to bowl the older crowd because they have so many cool stories to tell. I love listening to the stories of, when they were bowling back in the heyday and what it was like, and, Just really cool. And she proceeds to tell me that she bowls 5, count it, 5 leagues. She did a league today at 12:30, and then she had one tonight. She's bowling right now at 6:30. Blew my mind. I said, holy moly, you are not messing around. So really cool lady, very, very funny. And yeah, she said that for her wedding gift, she wanted a bowling ball. That's all she wanted was a bowling ball, and she got it. I said, what kind is it? I think she said it was a hammer, but I don't know if they made hammer back then. But I told her to send me a picture next time I see her. I want to see this stuff. But she says, most of my bowling balls are out in the garden. They've just kind of been retired out in the garden. They're garden decorations in her garden. I thought that was awesome. But it was awesome. I was like, you rock. This is freaking cool. 80-something years old and just kicking ass with 5 leagues. Like, anybody out there that is like my age that doing 5 leagues, like that's a lot. Like I was thoroughly impressed. So I think I'm on a really good team out there at Paddock. So I got some really cool teammates. I'm pretty excited to do that league. Like I said, we're second to last place just because they've been bowling with just 2 people. So hopefully with me on there, we'll be able to get the points up. They've been bowling for a month with just 2 people. So I don't know how quickly we're going to get up. It's a 30-something week league. So hopefully we can get up. We can jump up there. We won 3 games today. We lost the first one. We won the second game, the third game, and then the overall score, which is pretty cool. Nick says, I mainly drill SPI, GT. How I was kidding about copying Radical's process. I don't remember you saying anything about Radical's process. Steve, team name must be Geritol. What is our team name? Oh, dang it. Shoot, I totally forgot the dang team name. The Pin Setters, I think it's the Pin Setters is the name of the league. So Pin exactly the team name is. Golly, I can't believe I didn't write it down. GT 5 is crazy. Yeah. So 5 is really crazy. They're retired. Most of the people I bowl with today are retired. They pretty much bowl every single day, all day long. All right, guys. So I think I'm going to end the stream here in another minute. If you guys don't have any more questions at all about anything related to the pro shop, anything like that, like I said, I've got bowling balls for sale. If you want the Brunswick Hypnotize, let me know. Probably about 20 games on this thing. Almost brand new. And then if anybody wants the Katana Strike, same thing. It probably has about 25 games on it, maybe, if that. Like I said, I've got a lot of balls I just don't use. So going through the collection and seeing what I can get rid of to make room for the new ones. And then if I don't like these, I'll make way for those and so on and so forth. So Brad, I got a buddy that bowls like crazy. I asked him one day how much he bowls per week. His first answer, 40 to 45 games. He came back for about 10 minutes and said, correction, 65 to 70 games. Holy moly. Damn. What is that like? That's like damn 10 games a day. Holy moly. Rod, I bowl in 3 leagues and weekend match club. It's too much for a non-retired person on Saturday. Yeah. I do too. I'm pretty happy with 2. Like I said, I got Napa because it's like 5 minutes from my house. And I go there on Mondays and practice. And then like Monday nights after league and practice with the new balls I have. With the new balls I have. And then let's get this over here. Yeah, I practice with the new balls I have on Monday nights in Napa. And then, like I said, I'm doing the Tuesday league out in Paddock, which is 45 minutes from me. Free fall pins. And I hear they're getting brand new pin setters in December. I think they're going to be closed for 3 weeks. So brand new pin setters. So very excited about that. I think the original pins, I think they have A2 pin setters from the 60s still. So it'd be a nice little upgrade for them. I'm excited about that because when they said they're getting new pin setters, I'm like, oh, are you getting strings? Please don't get strings. And they said, nope, not in no way in hell are we getting strings. So awesome. One of my favorite in the Bay Area is Paddock. If you guys are ever in the Bay Area, hit up Paddock Bowling Alley. It's got really cool vibes. Once again, cool people that work there, and they take care of you. And when you're part of a league, their league rate is like $250. So $250 a game, killer deal. It's a 20 lane, and it's a family run. It's really cool. Family that operates it, and the employees are all family. It's pretty cool. As to say, the employees or act like a family. I don't think they're like legit family, but they're they treat everybody very nicely. All right, so we got about 5 more minutes. Nick, tell me about it. I have balls that I shot my highest 800 series with setting in a box. Keep thinking of selling them. Crux Prime 832 and Gravity Evolve 827. Damn. Yeah, that's like the Hypnotize. I got a really good score one time with the Hypnotize. I think like a 268 or something like that. And it's like, do I keep it because I got a really good score with it, or I mean, I can get a good score with any ball really, but I've got to make room, and those are the ones that are on the chopping block. And believe it or not, I'm getting rid of those before the Chill Pearl. But, I love the Chill Pearl. I don't think I'm going to get rid of that one at all. Rod, I bowled against a 94-year-old on Saturday. He bowled a 162. Sorry, my table. Okay, so we've got a guy in our league that's 92, right? Is he 92? In Napa League, yeah. Turning 93 this week in our Napa League. A guy beat me. He beat me by a couple points in last Wednesday. Yeah, I was like, damn, this guy's kicking my butt. He's rolling the ball down like 8 miles an hour.
The other day, he's like, hey, baby, to me.
No way.
He doesn't even know me. Hey, baby.
Oh, that's hilarious. Are you serious? Oh, my God, that's funny.
I said, good job, dude, when he got a
Yeah.
strike. And he's like, hey, baby.
I didn't, you didn't tell me that. That's funny. Oh, that's hilarious.
So funny.
Old people can get away with shit like
I know,
that.
that's why it was so funny.
Yeah.
He knows it, too.
There used to be a winery owner out here in Napa that was 100 years old, and when females would pose for pictures of him, he'd grab their ass or something like that. He like grab them. From what I hear, he's passed, but he's like, what are you gonna do? The guy's 100 years old. He's trying to cop a feel. It's like, damn, man. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting once again. Hit the like button on there. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I appreciate all your support. I think we have less than 20 subscribers until we reach 1,000. So hopefully we can do that next couple days. It'll be awesome. And watch out for that Black Widow 2.0 video that's coming out tomorrow morning. It should be aired at 5:30 California time in the morning. And then I got the rally video coming out after that as well too. Just a one ball review video, nothing crazy. It's less than 5 minutes. I don't try to make super long videos. I do an intro, I do a bowling, which is just edited a little bit for me so you're not seeing the ball come back and me get it. It's like, boom, shot, 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 shot. Show you the score at the end so you know that I wasn't lying to you. And then I give you my conclusions on what I think the ball is. And, I don't do a 50-game ball review like X in the Pit because I don't roll the balls that much. I mean, they're rolling those balls. They're getting like 50 games in a week or two. I'm like, good God, didn't you just do a ball review on that thing? Like a fresh out of box, and now you're already doing the dang 50-game review. Like, holy crap. They bowl a lot over there. I don't bowl that much. I couldn't get away with doing that. So anyway, I think that's it. I think I covered most of it. And like I said, I will see you guys on next week. So I think I'll stream maybe Monday or Tuesday of next week. Like I said, this is my busy month at work. So we'll see whatever day we have free. So thanks for watching, everybody. Nick says, thanks for this live stream, Mr. and Mrs. Bull and Fool, rock and roll. GT Ben, peace out. Brad, thanks. And Mr. and Mrs. Fool, thank you, thank you. Guy Blunt, have a great week. Yes, have a great week, everybody. Steve, all righty. Everyone have a great night. Be safe. Thank you, thank you.